I believe in God. I know that because I have read Descartes' Meditations. But what do we actually mean when we say, I believe, or I know? How does believing in the existence of a God differ from knowing it? And how does this belief affect our everyday lives? In today's episode, let's explore Pascal's wager. Pascal versus Descartes, the philosophical duel that divided the world. Let me set the stage for this battle of ideas by first introducing you to the combatants. On Juan Corn, hailing from France in the mid-17th century, we have Blaise Pascal, mathematician, physicist, inventor, and one of the most influential philosophers in history. He is considered one of the founders of modern mathematics, and his work on probability theory laid the groundwork for the field of statistics. Pascal was also a deeply religious man who grappled with the question of faith. On the other corner, also from France, but a little earlier, is René Descartes, widely regarded as the father of modern philosophy. His contributions to mathematics, physics, and logic are monumental, and he is best known for his statement, I think, therefore I am. Like Pascal, Descartes also explored the relationship between mind and matter, but he approached it from a more rational and scientific perspective. Now that you know the players, let's dive into the duel. The main point of contention between these two brilliant minds is the issue of human knowledge, particularly the knowledge of God's existence. Pascal believed that reason alone is not enough to know God. In his view, there are two ways to arrive at the knowledge of God. The first way is through reason, which according to Pascal is limited. Reason can only take us so far in understanding the complexities of the universe. So by itself, it cannot prove or disprove the existence of God. The second way is through revelation, which Pascal believed is necessary to attain true knowledge of God. Revelation is a direct communication from God to humans, and it occurs through means such as divine inspiration, religious experiences, and the study of sacred texts. Pascal argued that without revelation, humans would never be able to comprehend the mysteries of God and faith. Descartes, on the other hand, held a different viewpoint. He believed that human reason is capable of understanding the existence of God. Descartes' argument relies heavily on his idea of innate ideas. Descartes believed that humans are born with certain ideas that are not derived from sensory experience. One of these innate ideas is the idea of God. According to Descartes, this idea of God is so clear and distinct that it cannot be doubted. It compels us to believe in the existence of an all-knowing, perfect, and benevolent God. Therefore, Descartes argued that knowledge of God's existence is attainable through human reason alone, without the need for revelation. So let's dissect the ideas of each combatant. First up, Pascal's wager. This is the famous wager that Pascal proposed in his as a way to persuade people to believe in God. Pascal argued that the potential rewards of believing in God outweigh the costs of disbelief. According to Pascal, if you believe in God and he does exist, then you will receive eternal happiness in heaven. However, if you believe in God and he doesn't exist, you will still live a good and fulfilling life by trying to follow his teachings. On the other hand, if you don't believe in God and he does exist, you will face eternal damnation in hell. But if you don't believe in God and he doesn't exist, you will still go on living your life as usual. Therefore, Pascal concluded that it is better to believe in God because the potential reward is infinite and the potential punishment is infinite, while the costs of believing are finite. The logical structure of Pascal's wager is indeed interesting, but its effectiveness as an argument for the existence of God has been heavily criticized. Here are some of the main objections to Pascal's wager. Firstly, Pascal's wager is based on the assumption that there is only one God, and that he is the only one who will send people to heaven or hell. But what if there are many gods, or no God at all? The wager does not account for these possibilities. Secondly, Pascal's wager assumes that God is just and that he will reward the righteous and punish the sinners. However, Critics argue that there is no logical connection between believing in God and being righteous. Just because someone believes in God doesn't necessarily make them a good person. Finally, Pascal's wager is often seen as manipulative because it suggests that people should believe in God not because it is the right thing to do, but because it is in their own self-interest. Before we move on to the next part of the show, here's a quick message from our sponsor. The second argument we're going to talk about is Descartes' ontological argument. This is a deductive argument that attempts to prove the existence of God simply by using logic and reasoning. Descartes begins with the idea that humans have an innate idea of God as a supremely perfect being. He argues that this idea cannot have originated from human imagination, because anything created by the mind is less perfect than the mind itself. Therefore, the idea of God must have come from God himself. Descartes then concludes that because God is perfect, he must possess all possible perfections, including the perfection of existence. Therefore, the existence of God follows necessarily from the perfection of his nature. Ontological argument is highly abstract and relies heavily on the concept of innate ideas. Critics of the argument argue that the idea of God as a supremely perfect being is not innate to humans, and that Descartes' definition of perfection is circular. The debate between Pascal and Descartes raises some profound questions that continue to be relevant today. What is the role of reason in matters of faith? Can human reason alone comprehend the mysteries of God, or does it need to be supplemented by revelation or personal experiences? And ultimately, how do we arrive at knowledge in general? Both Pascal and Descartes offer valuable insights into these questions, but their contrasting views highlight the complexity and nuance of the relationship between faith and reason. Today, there are numerous arguments for and against the existence of God. However, the legacy of Pascal's wager and Descartes' ontological argument serves as a reminder of the historical roots of this debate and the enduring power of human curiosity about the ultimate questions of existence. Pascal's wager remains a popular topic of discussion in philosophy, of religion courses, and his ideas have influenced countless individuals grappling with questions of faith and rationality. Descartes' ontological argument, though more technical and less widely known, has also stood the test of time, inspiring both admiration and criticism from philosophers across generations. In conclusion, the philosophical duel between Pascal and Descartes over the issue of knowledge and the existence of God is a testament to the power of human curiosity and the enduring mystery of faith. While their approaches were vastly different, both Pascal and Descartes made significant contributions to our understanding of the relationship between faith and reason. Their ideas continue to shape the way we think about the world and our place in it, and serve as a reminder of the complexity and beauty of the human search for knowledge and understanding. Thank you for watching this episode. If you enjoyed it, please consider subscribing and leaving a review. Your support means a lot to us and helps us keep producing quality content. We would also love to hear your thoughts on the debate between Pascal and Descartes. Do you think that believing in God is a matter of faith? Or can we use reason to understand his existence? Join the conversation in the comments below. Until next time, stay curious and keep asking questions.